you gonna do? You gonna look? Then if you do punch, I want your jab, step jab. All right, go just keep punching. Then you gonna switch. Right? Go. Rip them out, rip them out, rip them out, rip them out.
Now, what we gonna do? We can pick it up a little bit. We ain't really gotta pick it up. We wanna throw shots in the inside. Because a lot of fighters I see doing the pass, they're doing it like this. Their hands is not turning. So when you're on the pass, your hands must turn.
Come on, jump, jump.
I'm jumping.
There you go, jump. Come on. There you jump. Jump. There you go, jump. Come on.
As Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis draws near, Floyd Mayweather has officially joined Tank's camp, and their latest full-throttle workout has the boxing world buzzing. Mayweather's trademark speed, slick footwork, and laser focus were all on display, sending a powerful message. This is no exhibition. Under Floyd's watchful eye, Davis is fine-tuning his game to perfection, and he's coming for war.
Good.
Put it in where you go. Put it in where you go. Right there. Put it in where you go. Right down. There you go. There you go. There you go. Get that shot right there. Time. There you go.
Insiders reveal that Mayweather's been teaching Davis some key tactics for his November 14th showdown against the much bigger Jake Paul. During their high-intensity sessions, Floyd zeroed in on timing, counter defense, and exploiting reach disadvantages. He drilled Tank on slipping punches, controlling angles, and unleashing power on the inside, the very skills that helped Mayweather dominate bigger opponents throughout his career.
Should be everything. What? You said you can't just shoot there and then bring it back and be like this. You got to throw some squat to it. If you do like this, you up for boom. So you got to do a squat. So right here, boom, boom, pop. Everything's short. It's still short. He see it, he pop. You see it, and pop. Place it down there. Slide out. Anyway, pop.
Mayweather is celebrated as one of boxing's all-time greats, but his success wasn't built on talent alone. It came from obsession, discipline, and relentless work ethic. Known for outworking everyone in the gym, Floyd now brings that same fire to Tank's camp. He's pushing Davis to master precision, defense, and intelligent counterpunching, the same blueprint that made Mayweather untouchable for 2 decades.
That's so above and beyond what other people do.
Even with him having $180 million guaranteed purse on Saturday night, he trains like he's broke. No joke. He trains like he don't have a dollar, like it's no tomorrow. And now I understand why you can put the cap on him and call him TBE.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking pants on, jeans on, he would jog.
Tank Davis has always believed that to be the best, you must train with those who can overpower you. Facing bigger, stronger sparring partners keeps him sharp and builds confidence under pressure. This approach has taught him how to stay composed when facing heavy hitters, turning their size and aggression into opportunities for pinpoint counters and explosive offense.
Put it on his ass. Oh! Oh! Work off his ass, Sam.
Reports from camp suggest Davis is dominating sparring sessions against fighters towering over him. Witnesses claim that several partners, usually confident and imposing, were rocked or backed into the ropes after taking Tank's punches. One insider described seeing a much larger opponent nearly floored by a single shot. These aren't highlight clips, they're brutal test runs designed to hearten Davis's timing, accuracy, and knockout power.
Davis knocked out heavyweight in brutal sparring session, and it just makes me think. You're willing to go spar with heavyweights, but you're not willing to go fight people that you should be fighting. You know what I mean? You're fighting Lamont Roach. His sparring partners was like, man, I was about to spar Tank. He was sparring this big boy, a heavyweight boy. And Tank hit him so hard, he was on the ropes like this, hanging. I thought he died. I was like, man, I hope you don't do this stuff to me. When Davis asked to confirm whether it was true, the WBA lightweight champion said, stuff be happening. Best not to get in there with me. That's it. This guy has all the skills in the world to knock out even heavyweights in sparring, and yet he won't fight Shakur Stevenson. He won't fight Teofimo Lopez. He won't fight anyone that he needs to fight to become great. He's fighting Frank Martin and Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? It's just truly crazy. But hey, it's his career. If he wants to just make money, the easiest money that he can without fighting the hardest competition.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul isn't slacking off either. He's brought in Shakur Stevenson, a slick, defensive southpaw, to sharpen his own skills. Sources say Paul is focusing on agility, footwork, and fight IQ rather than size and muscle. His goal? To emulate the fast-paced, technical style that defines Tank Davis. Jake knows he can't just rely on power. He needs to match Tank's speed and explosiveness to survive.
Keeping me up at night.
Jake, how do you prepare for, like you said, a guy who is shorter than you? How do you find a sparring opponent to replicate something that obviously, there's nobody else out there that's Tank Davis? How do you prepare for a guy that's different stature-wise?
Yeah, no, we have world champions. Raymond Ford in the 130-pound weight class. We got Montana Lovin. Shakur Stevenson is coming in this week. So Just sparring against guys on their level and people who have, been doing this their whole entire lives. But we're really focusing on speed and not as much on power. I'm not doing as much like weightlifting and all of that stuff. I'm actually trying to lose some muscle so that I have less weight and so that my punches are coming off faster.
I know the answer to this question. Is there any kind of universe where you view just surviving this fight as a win?
For me, I never let myself go there. I'm a fierce competitor, and always need to have the W and come out on top. And also shock the world and even shock myself and show myself.
Former UFC champ Daniel Cormier weighed in, arguing that Jake Paul's size advantage kills much of the intrigue. He pointed out that the weight difference impacts stamina, punch resistance, and overall fairness. While the matchup may draw massive attention, Cormier believes it's more spectacle than sport, warning that this kind of entertainment-first approach could harm boxing's credibility in the long run.
That's bad. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that even he recognizes that he's too big for him.
Yes.
He recognizes that he's too big for him.
I'm wondering how this even came about. It can't be that Gervonta Davis needs money. That can't be the reason why
he's been a world champion so recently. How could he be broke?
That's what I'm saying. Is he doing this for money? And then why and how is even Jake Paul doing this when no one respects it? I can't think of anybody that respects this.
But Jake Paul has been able to carve out and make his own lane in boxing, and I've never seen anything like it, bro. He literally, we all know what weight class he fights in any situation. We just don't know. He kind of makes his own rules.
He makes his own rules.
And it seems like people are playing by those rules. I remember a couple weeks ago, the WBC and the Jose Suleiman was very upset that he wasn't going to be able to put the belt on the winner at Canelo versus Crawford. That's a thing that's happened since the beginning of time. Those guys are very powerful in boxing. But with Zuffa boxing, it was almost like that power was getting stripped away. They were very disappointed. But how can you take those sanctioning organizations seriously when they are sanctioning this?
That's my point. That's why I think that this whole thing that we have, this boxing and this MMA argument and Zuffa getting into boxing, our argument is misplaced because things like this should not be happening. And the fact that boxing is allowing this to happen is an embarrassment to the sport.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I talked about this before. Like, I didn't know why they were fighting because, I mean, Gervonta Davis's last fight was...
Stephen A. Smith recently asked Tank's coach who he thinks deserves to face Davis next, and the answer was clear. Anyone who's talked trash. Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez were immediately called out as fighters who've doubted Tank's power and skill. For the coach, it's not about revenge. It's about respect. He wants these critics to step into the ring and feel firsthand why Tank Davis is the most dangerous man in boxing today.
To you, as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight now?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down to, we working on the big four. It was Garcia. That's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He know he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight. It's just right now, who's